of Debrina Kawam. Debrina Kawam's story was a tale of two lives. In her first act, she was Debbie, the girl who old friends fondly remember as a spitfire and beloved Little Falls, New Jersey sweetheart. Those who knew her said she had an inner glow that shined through as she cheered on football players in high school, poses against a collage of Led Zeppelin posters, and welcomed diners at Perkins Pancake House with a smile. Account of her early life further reveal a jubilant woman who took a bite out of life whenever she could, whether that was through trips to the Caribbean or partying with friends. In 2003, she legally changed her name to Debrina. Somewhere along the way, her life changed and it took a dark turn in the early 2000s. It still remains unclear what may have happened to trigger her heart-wrenching downfall. Financial records show that she accumulated about $90,000 in debt, eventually leaving her in a handful of possessions: a Dodge Neon valued at $800, a television, a futon worth $300, and some clothes. Grappling with alcohol abuse, Debrina racked up dozens of summons for drinking and disorderly conduct along the New Jersey shore starting in the mid-2010s. She tried to visit her mother in Toms River, New Jersey, spring of 2024, only to find out that her mother had sold the home and moved away. In the fall of 2024, Debrina was homeless after an outreach team encountered her at Grand Central Terminal. She entered the New York City shelter system and was assigned to a facility in the Bronx, but she never showed up. Sadly, on December 22, 2024, Debrina Kawam would meet her fate. She had dozed off on a sanitary F train at the Coney Island Stillwell Avenue station when a man calmly walked up to her and set her clothes on fire with a lighter, authorities said. Sebastian Debrina Khalid had been charged with murder and arson in the death of Debrina Kawam. She died from burns and smoke inhalation. It took the medical examiner office days to identify her, but since Debrina's name emerged, her story has become one that is likely to remain in New York's memory. Sebastian Debrina repeatedly told detectives he had no memory of an attack that killed a woman who was set ablaze on the New York City subway train he was riding the morning of December 22, 2024, according to court documents. The investigator played a surveillance video that allegedly caught him igniting the flames. "Oh damn, that's me," Debrina said during questioning with the police that was transcribed and translated according to the document. "I am very sorry. I didn't mean to, but I really don't know. I don't know what happened, but I'm very sorry for that woman," Debrina told police. Debrina, 33, an undocumented migrant from Guatemala, pled not guilty to murder charge Tuesday in the death of Debrina Kawam, 57, and was ordered held without bail. He was previously indicted on charge of second and first degree arson and murder. The attack of Debrina Kawam have sparked fears among New Yorkers riding the subway. So many riders are in fear of their safety after several high-profile incidences with the subway train. It is difficult to fathom what could lead someone to commit such horrific murder, which the defendant is charged, Brooklyn District Attorney Eric Gonzalez has stated. "My office swiftly obtained an indictment, and we are determined to exact the most severe punishment for this heinous and inhumane act. Mrs. Kawam and her loved ones deserve a measure of justice, and New Yorkers deserve to feel safe in the subway." After Debrina was indicted, Gonzalez noted that the defendant faces the possibility of life in prison without the possibility of parole. During initial court appearance in December, Debrina claimed to have no knowledge of the incident, which he later admitted to, noting that he was on alcohol consumption. He added that he himself sometimes slept on the subway. On the morning of the incident, he said he woke up on the F train but did not remember how he arrived there, the documents stated. Hours after the attack, authorities released images from surveillance and police body cameras, and 3 high school students recognized the suspect and reported it to the police, who found Debrina Kawam on a subway train in Midtown Manhattan about 8 hours later. He was found with a lighter in his pocket, New York City Police Department Chief of Transit Joseph Carlotta said. Debrina Kawam was deported in 18 and subsequently returned to the U.S. illegally, according to federal immigration authorities. His most recent arrest report was listed as a homeless shelter in Brooklyn for a man struggling with substance abuse, the NYPD said. Zapiya Kali told police that he lived in the U.S. for 5 years and has been working as a laborer in Queens, according to court documents. This incident with Debrina Kawam had scared New Yorkers so much that the government had to reevaluate their budget and have a police officer on every single subway overnight just to make the citizens of New York City feel safe. This is one of the most horrific crimes that has ever happened in New York City or any city within the United States. It is so terrible what happened to Debrina Kawam, and it's so sad that she was down on her luck and she had to be placed in this position, something that she never asked for. My condolences and prayers go out to her family and all who loved and care about her. May her soul rest in eternal peace. Until next time on the Meaningful Talk Crime Doc, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll catch up with you guys later in the comment section.